Hello. I'm going to show you how we do communion, at least at Living Word. As you see, these two plates represent where the wine is, and these two plates represent where the bread or crackers will be. Now, when we start communion, the pastor, as you know, he'll finish his message, and then he'll say, now let's have communion. And so what I like to do, which is optional for you, sometimes I like to wait until the ministers get set. And then once they're set, then I like to come up. But then sometimes I'm led to just come up right away, and then they get set. That's optional if you want to do it or not. So the first thing that happens once everybody is set is that they'll sing the communion song. And then immediately after the communion song, one of the other ministers, Sister Beulah, Dr. Liz, or Teresa, they'll read the communion chapter, which is 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 17 through 25. Now, immediately after that, after they finish reading the communion chapter, you are to take the mic, because you won't have a mic. You have to take the mic from the minister they read up there from the pulpit, and then you, at this point, you have the option to either minister to the congregation. That's optional. You don't have to. If you feel led to, then go right ahead. But if not, then you can go immediately into prayer. And so you go into your prayer, and then after you finish the prayer, you jump right into communion. And you say, on the same night in which our Lord Jesus was betrayed, he took the bread, and he broke it and gave thanks, and gave it to his disciples. And he said, take, for this is my body, which was broken for you. And he hands it to you hand the bread to each minister. They're not supposed to take it. You're supposed to hand it to them. And you give them that. You give them the bread, and you have to be patient, because they have to give the bread to the mothers and the pastors and the band. So you have to wait until they're done. You just patiently stand here and wait. And then, they'll hurry up. And then after they're done, you take it back, and you set them down. And then he said, take and eat. And so that'll tell them, signal them to eat the bread, and you eat the bread. And then you go right into the next movement. And next you say, and this is the cup of the New Testament in my blood. As often as you drink of this cup and eat of this bread, you do this in remembrance of me. And so you give it to the ministers. They're not supposed to pick it up. They're supposed to wait for you to give it to them. And then after they serve the mothers and the band, then they come back, and you say, and then he said, drink it all, and they did drink. And so after that, after everything's all settled back down, then you tell the congregation that they can come up and partake of communion. And then we just stand here and wait till everybody comes up. Nobody moves. Minister to the congregation, and you stand up here as well. You don't leave. You just stay right here. And then after they're done, after the last person gets their communion, then you can leave. And that's